Hi, into the intricacies of our being, into the synapses, into what's being done with our energy, and how we relate to it, and how we can relate to it, and how we can influence it. Mindfulness meditation. That's what it is. When you get down to the brass tacks, finding a comfortable posture, undisturbed, and sharing an intention to increase ourselves, seeding ourselves with thoughts of virtue, of self-improvement, planting seeds in our soul that we might carry ourselves in a more worthy fashion. This is our goal. This is our common aspiration, mankind. And we've come quite a far distance in a billion years of evolution, but even a shorter time frame of millions of years, and even in a shorter time frame of even tens of thousands of years. Look at all the changes that have come about. We have a lot to be proud about. At the same token, we have a lot of improvements that we can continue acknowledging and solving. And this is such a time, this dawning of the Aquarian age, which by my reckoning has been going on for 5 or 10 or 15,000 years already. A short time. Nothing really. Realizing is one thing. Accepting is another. In this sense, as follows. Realizing one is a human being. We all accept ourselves on a superficial basis that we are human beings. But how often and how many of us dig deeper into our beings, into our fingers, into our toes, our heels, our knees, our elbows? How many of us think about what this means, what this represents, and so on and so forth, in one's breath, in one's pulse, in the actual shimmering majesty of one being alive? How often are we consumed or thinking or focusing or paying attention to this miracle, this cavalcade of miracles, this fountain, this artesian well, this waterfall, of miracles that have occurred over the last 14 billion years that we're here, that we're having this conversation, that we're doing it over great distances, with all kinds of means of communication, just the verbalization, the vowels and the consonants and the syllables and the meaning. Being in awe of the miraculous nature of life, of its creation, of its creativity, of its spontaneity, of its endlessly, ceaselessly changing nature. Always. Everything. Well, what do we do? I have a thought today that came to my mind. What can one do when you all of a sudden have a disconcerting thought come into your mind? Not even a thought necessarily. It could be a leaning. It could be a sense of change that is heralded by some lessening. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe it's best that I don't. And what we can do about it. When you notice yourself in this quandary of what's going on. And this invitation, this question, which is an invitation, has a ready solution. Be calm. Pause. Relax. Rising in one's own foundation, awareness of, and asking, what is this question? Why? How? Is it intruding upon my being, or am I receiving something in a less than fortuitous way? Why am I feeling lessened? It's degrees, right? I'm saying it's degrees. I'm not saying that one is falling down on the ground and screeching and crying. I'm saying just the breeze is changing in your mind. Your level of energy in your body could be changing too. Pause. Take a look and determine what's going on. To find a solution to something, you need to better understand it. That's what we're talking about. That's what mindful meditation is. It applies to everything. And not only does it apply to everything when you are considering it, but it applies to every moment that has ever been or will be the same can be ascertained. What is it now? Because it's new. We need to be up to our game and aware. So the point being is that when you begin to feel a change in your direction, which you don't feel as much harmony as you had, pause and ask yourself why. What's going on? How can I conceive and bring about positive changes? Linger on this. This is a very subtle truth that we can bring our wisdom to, cultivating a better sense of flowing continuity, harmony, practicing grace, peace, kindness, generosity, empathy, compassion, friendship, love. This is why we're here, to recognize ourselves as human beings, to become more in contact with our foundations. We're always talking about our breath and our pulse and our shimmering being, There's a reason, right? It's the reason of life itself. You can just experience. You don't need to go to a book or a computer to check on this, to validate this. This is in your heart. Plant good things into your soul, and good things will follow. Plant ignorance in your soul, be lost and awash in the sea of life, and who knows, it's very haphazard. You need to have one's hand on the rudder of your ship. You need to be inquiring all the time, being aware. Whatever's happened in the past is water under the bridge. Every moment is a new opportunity, a new beginning. Every moment is a new beginning. Period. Improve. Come to your senses. Take a few minutes every day to meditate. A few minutes is 3. Can you do that? Just to say hello to your soul. To say hello to your heart, to say hello to your being, to say hello to your potential. Finding a comfortable posture, any kind of a posture, and being undisturbed for 3 minutes. Rise. Rise in your own being. It is in a sense selfish because you are looking to enjoy more of life. The more sensitive that one is, the more perspective one has. The more perspective one has, the more of a relationship is formed with all that is around and inside of oneself. You can call it selfish if you want. Lingering. Thinking about life. Thinking about your life. Seeing yourself as an orangey glow, because you are. And rise up out of your body, your glow, and let it spread, because it does this too, right? There's wisps of heat and energy emanating from all of us all the time, allowing it to soothe and flow, to grow. Rising, falling, spreading everywhere that you know. Allowing it to be filled with peace and calm and harmony and grace. Allowing yourself just to be. Allowing yourself just to be. Have a nice, continuing, flowing harmony.